All right, Trustee Griffith, I have her on.
All right, if you'd stand with me for the pledge to the flag and a short devotion. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear Lord, we thank you for keeping our military safe as they're overseas with that dispute. We pray that you be with our employees and keep them safe as we work to do the best for the township that we can. Amen. Welcome, everyone. We are Monday, April 13th. Is there a change to the agenda?
I have none.
I'd like to add an executive session with no action at the end of the meeting.
Okay. And then under Old Township business, I'll give us a park update.
Under old Township.
Yeah, under Old. Okay. Have you
And
had?
I have one thing to say before you guys go into your, looking at your treasurer's report. I usually have all the bills completed up to right now. I do not have them reflected in the treasurer's report. So I'm going to be seeing all of you in the next 24 hours the best I can. I'll come to you if I have to get some things signed, and then I'll put that on the next treasurer's report.
Okay.
Okay?
So have you had a chance to review the minutes from March 23rd?
Trustee Hero moves to accept the minutes from March 23rd as presented.
Trustee Barry, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'll pass them all down.
Okay. How about the special meeting minutes from Tuesday, March 31st? Have you had a chance to review those?
Trustee Hero moves to accept them as presented.
Trustee Barry, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Trustee, Hero, there'll be some in there from the last cycle. You might want to take a look at that.
And then I'll entertain a motion to approve the treasurer's report from 3/24 through 4/13 with exceptions that fiscal officer Lowry stated.
Trustee Barry moves to accept.
Hero second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we're going to move to public speaks, and hopefully I don't kill your name. What's Lily? I got the Lily part down. Is it Boam?
It's fame.
Bain?
Yep.
Wouldn't even have guessed that with that O in there.
No,
But
no one normally does. I think all pronunciations.
well, Lily's here from the health department to talk to us for Stark County Health Department.
Alright. Would you like me to come up or am I okay?
Oh,
just
if
to
you're-
kind of-
Yeah.
We pick you up
We can hear
anywhere
you.
you're in there.
And here's everything in here.
Okay, perfect. So I'm Lily. I work for the Stark County Health Department. If any of you knew Paige Seach, she used to cover the sewage program for Osnaburg and Paris Townships. I recently took over those programs for her. So if there's anything going on in the township, you all can now reach me instead of Paige. If you do reach out to Paige, she'll just get you in contact with me. As far as things going on in my realm in Osnaburg Township, there are a couple of folks that got on the grant on Holland. That will probably be a year or two before those replacements get done. But
So what happens in the meantime out there? Is it sewage leaking or what is it?
So there are two houses tied into a common drain tile that runs through the backyards and
Okay.
discharges into one of the drainage ways. In the meantime, their orders are to just keep their tanks pumped to let as little discharge as possible.
Okay,
If anything gets exacerbated before those replacements occur, we'll address that accordingly, but typically they can get by until the grant funds can kick in.
okay.
And then on Sindel, I have a couple of replacements going on out there as well.
Also in the grant program?
No, those
Okay.
ones will not be the grant program.
Okay.
But Rodney, those will be off-let discharges, so if you would prefer I contact you before we move forward with those, I would be happy to do that.
That'd be fine.
All right. As far as the food inspector goes, I do think there's gonna be some moving around there, so I can't tell you who your food inspector is currently. We are in the process of hiring one more inspector right now. And then here in this bag is just some general information on the environmental health program at the health department, as well as our nursing and social services as well. So would anyone like to be the keeper of the bag?
The keeper of the bag.
All
Here.
Mr. Lauer. I'll
Keeper of the
throw
bag.
this to
See
you.
how quick.
And there may be some
Right.
information that you want to distribute to your residents as well. One of my business cards is in there too, so you have my contact info, but I did put that on the sign-in sheet as well.
Okay, he'll share that with our zoning inspector, so that'll work.
Perfect. Are there any questions, comments, concerns within the township as far as public health goes?
We just have a lot of zoning issues. You know, a lot of tires, a lot of debris, old
We have a lot
vehicles.
of unkept lots,
Yeah.
but a lot of those.
Unfortunately, a lot of the public health regulations don't account for much with the unkept lots.
Mhm.
However, if you do have any lots that there are large amounts of tires accumulating, I know Mike Hessen for next year's tire cleanup is trying to find some accessible lots to get that done. when he gets
Oh,
the
I
grant
can
funding
very
for
easily
next
give
year.
him some accessible.
Yeah, that's great.
That wasn't dumped by the resident. It was illegal dumping.
Okay,
They just can't do anything with it.
That's great.
gotcha.
We will provide you a list.
Okay, that works, and then I will pass it along to Mike Hessen since he runs that whole operation, and then he can get in touch with you to let you know
Okay.
kind of which lots are in or not.
I believe that the health department holds the permits over the landfill in our township.
That is correct.
And they're doing better now. They seem to be repairing what they're doing.
They're better
But in
now.
the future, well, I don't know who the contact is down there for that. Who would,
It'd be the C&D.
Stark C&D, you
Yeah.
can contact Mike Hessen. He
Right.
Okay.
is the program coordinator, or you can also contact Courtney Myers. She's the unit manager.
okay.
Okay.
Sometimes we have issues that we don't have much power over.
Yeah.
And we need some help,
Yeah.
put
Yeah.
pressure on.
I know recently Mike and Courtney were out there in
Yeah.
response to,
Okay. We had some
We
dirt.
got soil and water out there, and I think they help
Yeah.
push and get things
Yeah.
moving. And they're doing a better job now.
The public road was getting pretty bad, full of mud and debris, and getting a lot of complaints.
So just for
Yeah.
future, but all right.
yeah, that was Mike Hessen. So tomorrow I can forward Mike's info to,
Their charter zoning inspector, Mary
Miss
Ruff.
Mary.
I will forward that to you, Mary, and then you can disperse that as necessary.
And Mary, I'll
Thank
help you
you.
with that list of tires.
Okay. I'll let Mike know that can be on his radar.
That'll be coming. We're
That'd be
desperate.
Wonderful.
All right.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Anything else for me while I'm here?
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thank you for coming. Nice
Appreciate
to
your
meet you.
time.
Thank you. If you guys need anything, feel free to reach out to me. If I can't answer your questions, I can get you pointed in the right direction.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Lily.
Thank you.
All right, we have Stephen Tharp.
I just wanted to stop out and introduce myself. Actually, this is kind of great that she kind of like led into one thing that I was going to be talking about. I'm the assistant executive director for the recycling district.
Oh,
And
okay.
so we work with tire recovery and all that. So we have some programs that are available. So I would just encourage you to reach out to my office. You can reach out to me at any time. I'll give you my cell phone number, 330-936-8478. You can call me if you have any issues, and we can kind of like coordinate on those things. I know tires are a big problem, and
We just
so-
got a lot of illegal dumping out here.
and I will tell you, so we have some programs that you can just bring, if any of your township, road, if your road department, probably goes out, probably finds the ditches on the roads and things like that, they can call me anytime and we'll get, we'll just have those disposed of for free. Just, if you wanna, stockpile them for a little while and then bring them to us, or you can bring them directly to me.
I think there's more than we can stockpile.
Right, I'm sure.
Where's your office?
So our office is out of Oliver, but we operate 3 counties. We operate Stark, Tuscarawas, and Wayne counties.
Okay.
So
Oliver, but you're Stark, Tuscaloosa. Okay.
Yes. So we're always happy to help, and I am in charge of the program, and I actually work with Mike Hesson is now the new guy over at the health department.
Good.
He's helping that. So I was working with Phil Revlock before. So he was a great help to him. But I'm also, the other reason I'm here is because I wanted to introduce myself as a candidate. I'm on the ballot here on May 5th. Most people overlook the office I'm running for. I'm running for State Central Committee on the Republican side. And so with that, there are 3 people who are running. And so I have 17 years of volunteer and leadership experience with the Stark County Republican Party and been a long time chairman of the Western Stark County GOP. And so I've worked with candidates raising money and things like that. So I want to go to Columbus to represent you. And hopefully, as I'm kind of going around here, I'm trying to get every single public meeting in the 29th Senate District. And so I started this in August of last year.
Wow.
So I'm the only candidate who's out there doing this. So I would encourage you to go.
Are you going to make it to all of them?
I'm going to slide right in. Just in time. I think it's hard because everybody has their meetings on Mondays and Tuesdays.
Sure.
But anyways, I mean, it's been a great experience.
Good.
And, I'm just,
So what's your platform?
So first, I'm America First. I support the President of the United States, and I want to go to Columbus to implement those types of policies at the Ohio Republican Party. I think a lot of times they get involved in things they shouldn't. So for example, they get involved in the endorsement process, and I think that, in Stark County, I think we do it right. I think the citizens, not the party, should be getting involved in that. You should go out there, you should vote for who you want to, and then when we come together in the November general election, we surround ourselves and then vote for the Republican who wins that. A lot of times, when the party endorses, they unfortunately they get themselves into a predicament like we are in this November general election, where they've endorsed a primary candidate, and now there's a large faction of Republicans that are unhappy. And so what I'm hoping to do is kind of what we do it right here in Stark County, in the Stark County Republican Party. We do not endorse. We just let the voters vote, and then we get behind the candidate. So those are some of the things I'm hoping to push down there in Columbus. I have a little card for everybody, so you can all.
Oh, great.
Absolutely.
Thank you, bud.
So does that mean we can't reach out for the,
You can always reach out.
not for this, but for you're the representative, aren't you?
For what?
For the Tri-County Solid Waste District?
Yeah, I got a question about this. Somebody asked me. And maybe I should know this already, but, all right, so we got all these dumpsters up there. How do they pick them up? Do they pick them all up at the same time, or do they pick one up each different week?
Okay, so that's good question. So we have essentially what we have are 2, think of it as 2 routes. We have trucks that are dedicated for paper and cardboard, and then we have the other ones that we call them the commingle routes. And so they'll pick up the plastic, metal, and glass. And why would we separate those? It's not because I'm trying to make your life difficult or anything like that. But back in the day, we used to combine all the plastic, metal, and glass, and all we got was trash. There was so much dumping in the bins.
Sure.
We were basically getting the equivalent. It's I think our cost was around $32 per ton. We had to pay. We paid to dispose of this stuff.
Oh, wow.
And to get it to the recycling at the end point there up in Twinsburg. But then Kimball was saying, hey, look, if you don't clean up your recycling, we're gonna have to charge you. And basically it ended up being about $75 a ton. So at the end of the day, we said, hey, look, we do that out in Wayne County. They source separated some of them, and they were extremely clean. So we tried that across our district, and we went from 65% contamination down to about 5 to 10% contamination in every single load. So that was a big game changer for us. And so that's why we do it. I'm sure lots of folks, our newsletter just dropped in a lot of people's homes. So there's lots of questions about, why is everything going into the same truck? That's the reason, because the goal is to get clean recycling to Twinsburg so they can market that and then get it out.
I
to,
just wondered, somebody asked me about it and they said,
Yeah.
and I didn't really have an answer, so I said, well, I should find
And
out.
since I have the platform, I will tell you, in our district, our recycling does not go into the landfill. Okay, a lot of people think that it does. It does
That
not
was the
go into
next
the
to come. They
landfill.
said, well, I want to have.
Yeah, it doesn't get mixed with the
the
trash or anything like that. I mean, you see things on like Channel 19 Action News. They're following this garbage truck and they're picking up the recycling in the same truck. We don't do that. We have our own recycling drivers in Stark and Wayne counties, and they take them directly to Kimball, and it gets separated in a separate place on the Kimball facility at Oliver Road, and then transported up to Twinsburg where it gets baled.
So if you happen to get elected, does that mean you're no longer at the Tri-County?
No, I'll still be there. That job pays, so the State Central Committeeman pays $0 a year.
Oh, great. Great.
This is,
Yeah, great that he's not gonna make any money.
Great.
this is quickly shaping up to be the most expensive State Central
Yeah.
Committeeman, in the county
He's like,
system.
wait a minute.
Yeah, so, but I'll be doing both.
Okay,
Yes.
oh, good to hear that.
Do you guys still do any grant programs for as far as on sites where the dumpsters are?
Like concrete in front of the dumpsters.
Where the trucks are tearing up our parking.
So why don't we do this? Because you're not the only ones because you've been on my list. Because I'm aware of the issues that are going on. It's been a while. You know,
But you guys have helped us before.
Yeah, you have. Yeah.
So let's talk about. I'm sure. Street department probably has some ideas. I know that's the site right there at the fire
Right in front of
department. Yeah.
Yeah, right behind the fire
The
station.
problem is that's back on the website, and
Yes.
don't a lot of the other, do they sit on cement, not on?
Some of them do sit on cement. You know, it just depends. I mean, we always try to work with what the locals want.
Mhm.
You know, we've done really, really nice. If you go out to like Hartville, they have a really, really nice like gravel lot. We've done that whole thing out, built a really solid base, and it's been absolutely wonderful. It just depends on what people
We just don't
feel.
want mush anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Those ruts, they really, I mean,
Yeah.
our trucks are so heavy. They're just not.
Yeah. Okay.
So just give me a
Well,
call.
thanks
All
for,
right, I'll reach out
Yeah,
to you.
thank you
Yeah,
very much.
absolutely.
we're on your radar.
Thank
That's
you for
great.
stopping.
Thank
Hopefully
you.
make another
Good
one.
luck.
Yes, absolutely. I'll be back.
Good luck.
Absolutely.
That's
Thank
great.
you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's move on to the fire report, Chief Ruskin.
Okay, as you can see here on the fire department agenda, 241 was repaired. I was told that the invoice was sent directly to Mr. Lowry,
Brian, did you get the invoice for that?
241 repair.
Yes. I did get the invoice, but I had that laying in the pile.
No, do you remember, do we need a motion or do we already motion it?
Yeah, there was an amount that was already done, then we had a little bit of another one, but let me just say.
Chief Ruskin, do you know if,
Let me just look, I think I got it right laying right.
when there were some questions on 241 on some of the drive tires, are we still waiting on that, or did that get taken care of in that?
No, we need to get that to Ziegler for evaluation of the drive tires.
Okay, so we're holding until they tell us if, I mean, they're
Yeah.
original tires to the truck, so they're 11.
Yes.
I know that.
Which one's 240?
The
fire
engine.
engine.
The fire.
The fire engine, yeah. So they're 2011. That's the date code on them. 'Cause they're original.
Can you
truck.
text me the sizes or get me the sizes?
Yeah, we should
And I'll
try.
get you some prices or something.
So do we need to take the engine over?
Yeah, the engine needs to go to Ziegler, at least to have them evaluated.
Need the tires.
Okay.
I think they're looking to see if we even need the tires.
Well,
Yeah.
if they're that old.
If they're that old, they're gonna take, no matter what kind of treads on them, they're gonna take and replace them.
Yeah, they weren't as bad as the tanker's tires, but
Yeah.
Are they cracking?
Well, some of the one drive axle and tank was original. They were 05.
But I mean, yeah,
the engine, no, I haven't seen any cracks on them.
Yeah, the engine isn't that old.
It's 11.
It's 11.
2011.
16.
Yeah, let's get it over there and we'll get Randy involved and we'll get some prices. That's the last thing Tyler and I talked about was the drive tires and the engine.
Yeah.
So, and I think they got a list of stuff repaired for the engine when 241 was in there.
Yeah.
They fixed all kinds of stuff and it's back in business.
The big thing was the air tank.
The air
tank,
yeah.
the dryer.
the dryer, some fittings.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on my head, I actually received, I think, I got a cover sheet here, so I'm sure, let's see if this matches up. This is a cover-up sheet, if it doesn't have that in there. As you notice, these dates, See what we paid, because it was already approved. See that one is a.
You guys pulled that
Right,
letter.
see that 2,000 miles, 5,000.
See if it's
That was the one, I think we had 6,000. These are the two I have.
I must have, they must have
Just
got
received.
switched because that mine will go way up whenever I probably had yours.
5,000. This one here is 2,000.
I think this was the tanker, 249, this is the 241.
Okay. So the two different.
Is this the engine,
There's
one
one,
of the tires?
I have
I don't know.
an
I don't
open.
know if the front
PO.
drive, if the drives are, I don't know.
The steers.
Yeah, if the steers are-
Because that's where I'm behind on getting this back in here, because I just received those here lot in the last.
Nope, this is definitely 241.
Year of the tires.
It's a year of the, yeah, really.
No, this is the tanker.
Do we need to have Tyler look at that before we make a motion? Because we'll meet in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I would.
All right, let's
want to
just,
verify.
let's table it.
Yeah.
Let's table it. We're usually good about paying those bills. They
Because
can wait 2
you got
weeks.
two different trucks.
That's
on
fine.
Two different bills, one's like $5,000.
Let's have Tyler look at it and make sure that it's all right, because
I have a cover sheet that they gave me, that I had.
all right.
Just to-
All right, let's table the paying of that, and then we'll also get price of tires from Ziegler.
Which one are you getting the prices on the?
And
241 engine. The engine.
Yeah, this is the,
Rodney,
yeah, this is the tanker.
I believe Tyler was going to bring the tires that came off the grass truck and drop them off here.
that's fine.
I don't know if they fit the dually. They may fit the white truck. Maybe not. I don't know what size they are, 17s, 18s. But the tires we bought were aggressive to get them out of the mud. The tires that came off, it still had some life. So rather than pay him scrap, he's like, I'll take them to Rodney's. Like, all right. So when they show up, we'll see if we can use them. If not, we'll make them just.
Drop them off.
Yep.
Along the road.
Yeah. call this guy.
Chainsaw and chains, we were looking at getting a couple carbide tip chains for the two chainsaws. The one on 240, the one on 241 is a Husqvarna, and the one on 249 is a Echo. The Echo is very old. Tyler was at Metzger's and found a slightly used Still chainsaw. The guy evidently didn't like it, brought it back. It had been slightly used for like $6,000.
Or 600.
Or 600, yeah, and it regularly goes for 8 something. Did he send you a picture of it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll send it down.
So we're still looking at a chain, a carbide tip chain for the 241 chainsaw. We wanted me to bring up the still for a replacement of the Echo. We can keep the Echo as a backup, but it is a pretty old chainsaw.
How much is a new one?
The new still is over $850, and the slightly used one.
649.
Yeah, because we don't use it that much. I mean, you use it during the year, but it's not like.
Well, I talked to Tyler about it. He said the majority of the use of the chainsaw is to cut trees off the road.
Yeah.
It's not something you extract people out of a car with, of
No.
course. It's not, like it's clean. It's road cleanup most of the time.
Yeah,
So
and we do get quite a few calls throughout the year for trees down in the road.
Yeah.
Especially after a good thunderstorm.
so did you guys go ahead and buy the chains then? Do we need to
We
get
did not buy the chains yet.
all right, do we have prices so we can get that approved?
He was supposed to give me prices and he hasn't on the
Okay. All right.
on the carbide tip chains.
Are they holding that saw or is that still out for anyone to go buy? I mean, is that something,
Currently, it's open for anybody to purchase.
so I don't know if it's something we want to do.
I'm fine with purchasing this all, and then we can get prices on the blades once they come back.
We'll just buy one carbide tip chain for the 241's saw, if we get this new saw, I think. It's got a pretty good blade on it.
Brian, can we do the steel chainsaw at 6? Okay. Trustee Varian moves to pay up to $700 to buy the used chainsaw. What was the vendor? you remember?
Ace Hardware.
Ace, okay, to buy the new chainsaw at Ace Hardware.
Trustee Pierce, second.
All in favor?
When you say Ace, that's Metzger's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
Yes. 4/25, April 25th, it's a Saturday morning. We've been invited, along with Nimishillen Township, to a joint extrication training with Louisville. They have 7 cars that they're going to do extrication training on. So I was hoping to be able to send a few of our newer folks over there for that training.
Okay. Is there a cost for it?
The training is free. There would just be the payroll, additional payroll.
Oh, okay.
It's from 9 to noon.
Okay.
So 3 hours of payroll.
Cliff, you're all right. I got training to do that.
Yeah, great.
And
Do we need to make a motion or just tell
No.
chief?
you can make a motion to go ahead and you got
Just
it.
whoever the
Yeah.
fire, I'd send anyone.
Yeah,
else.
Trustee Barry makes a motion to send whoever would like to go to the training to make sure that we cover their hours while they're there.
Trustee, or second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Memorial Day Parade, the chief of police of the village reached out to Captain Tom. Well, he didn't reach out to Assistant Chief Parker or myself, but anyway, they've already had one meeting about the Memorial Day Parade in May. Of course, he's got concerns of what happened up in Green last year where a citizen was ran over. And I believe they were
Yeah,
unfortunately killed.
yeah, boy passed.
But he wants our two EMS units, instead of one of them being in the parade, he wants 2 EMS units staged in the event that there's an accident.
Oh, like you're parked blocking a road and you stay there the whole time.
Well, we're parked staging, we're not even blocking the road. We
Got
are like staged in a parking lot
Okay,
on each end of the parade route.
okay.
Well, each end is at the same spot. They start and end at the same place. So,
Well, they're changing the route.
okay. They still have to end back where they start
Okay.
because that's where all the people park and their vehicles are. They can't end them somewhere else.
So we typically have enough staff. We have enough staff to pull that off. Yes.
We usually have, we're staffed for sure, 1 ambulance,
Yeah.
but they want a second ambulance, and again, that it's gonna incur additional
Yeah.
payroll for.
It is, but
operation of the-
I would say you could stage one, but I would like to see one in the parade. Because if something happens along the parade route, you're gonna be right there.
Yeah, you're.
Otherwise, you're gonna be trying to get there.
Probably going out. probably
Or
might-
you could encourage, if you have your meeting with the people doing the parade, you can encourage the one ambulance to be dead middle without their lights going and siren, dead middle of the parade. Put them right, because they usually go last, right? Put them right in the middle. So, they're closer to the front.
Put the new one in the parade.
Yeah.
Well, and the one, what they're talking about is, it was teams, sports teams.
Mhm.
And those are all at the end of the parade.
Mhm.
I think he fell off of.
He fell
did.
off.
Oh,
He
a
fell
wagon.
off and got run over.
A wagon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those are just sports teams. They're not in the front part of the parade. So if you were in the middle, you'd be right with them.
So Chief Roskin, are they having another meeting on that?
Friday, they're
Okay.
meeting again this Friday.
I mean, if you could get 2 crews, then I'd say stage one and put one in the parade.
Okay. Okay.
But not at the end. Tell them, put us more in the middle, and then we'll be where the people are.
Okay.
Don't you guys usually take the fire truck too?
Yeah, the fire
Yes.
truck's usually there.
Yeah,
I
we
drive
usually have
the
one
van
person in
as
the
you
fire
can.
engine.
Because that would probably be more at the end then.
Great.
I'd put it as many, if you got people who want to drive them all. if you can drive.
Right.
Yeah, if you can, that's great. I'm wondering too, because there's a large influx of people right at the community center. Because it crosses twice there. It's a lot of people right there. I don't know if it makes sense to stage one at the community center parking lot, but. just-
Well, they park in that, but you could
Yeah.
get staged on the street right there because it's closed while
He
the
was
parade's
talking
going on.
Volts and Dollar General is where.
Okay,
he was
yeah,
talking.
it's 2.
There's hardly any people down, I'm in this parade every year. When you go down around Dollar General,
It gets,
speak, Mary, we're talking maybe
It gets
20,
sparse.
30 people. They're not down there.
all right, well, thanks for checking in on it. Let us know. I would say whatever extra cost it takes on parade day, if you've got a bunch of staff that want to work, I just let them
Do
work.
it.
And as
But I
many
do
vehicles as
want
we can
one
have out.
in the parade.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, and then, the East Can PD response, again, during this Memorial Day parade meeting, the police chief of the village had mentioned that, he would like to start responding to all of our calls, whether it's in the township or whether it's in the village.
Does he know what he's saying?
He has no.
Do you
clue.
tell him
He
the
has no-
numbers?
There, we can't. Okay, we've been trying to pull this off for generations. There's no way.
Yeah, that's not what he's interested in. They had a call outside, because we do reciprocal.
Mhm.
They were doing that outside of our township. And it happened to involve someone from East Canton Village, so he thinks he needs to go on all of our calls, no matter where we go. And I don't believe we should be having him tag along behind our fire department.
I think you'd have a mutiny in your taxpayers in the
In
village.
town, but they won't go over well in town.
No, I
They've been
mean-
going outside the village limits a lot lately.
They have, it was a few days after the unfortunate, call we had with the 5-month-old. We had a possible pediatric not breathing.
Yeah.
and They actually beat us on the scene in the township.
Yeah, I knew you were both there on that one.
And so he had mentioned that he wants to respond to an event that was.
So I will-
needed.
I will say this, and I have not had a conversation with Chief Ruskin on this, but I have had a conversation with Amy Parker in the past. And right now, we wait for the sheriff, because that's who our jurisdiction is.
I was gonna say, they have no authority.
They don't have, they don't have authority outside the village. But what Amy and I have talked about in the past is that sometimes our fire department shows up on scene and it's a domestic, or it's a,
Right.
and you guys are doing the job of a police officer. Sometimes, not always. But we had talked about what that looks like for responding. I mean, East Canton Village can get there way quicker than the sheriff, but they're out of jurisdiction. So I'd love to say, yeah, show up to every one of them. That's amazing. Somebody breaks into my house, I want the East Canton Police being there because the sheriff could be in Tusslaw. But I don't know how that happens without
And I told
it.
Chief Parker, when we met the other day, he's got to get a hold of the sheriff.
Yeah. Well, he's got to
They
bring
don't,
it.
they don't have any jurisdiction.
He's gotta
Even if
bring
they
it to
show
the-
up, They have no power to do anything.
He's got to
Right.
bring it to the council. That would actually be
Oh, but then they'd have to follow rules.
they have to come to it would have to be a district. I mean, I don't know how.
They probably have some power. If there's like, if there's a domestic fight going on, I would think they can do something. Law, I would hope so.
I would hope.
Maybe as an individual
But I mean, as far as
citizen.
like investigating, yeah, they ain't got no power that way.
I
But the
think
sheriff's probably supposed to be hiring more
they
agents.
are hiring more. Yeah. I think the response to that would just be, that's not something that we can say yes or no to. I mean, the taxpayers of the village are the ones that's paying your paycheck. I mean, if they're letting you guys go and show up on every call in the township, that's on that.
Instead of patrolling in the village.
That's a them question before it's an us question.
Right. But Chief Parks put it on the agenda, so
Okay.
I wanted to bring it up.
Yeah, I mean, in a perfect world, we'll,
In the event that you see a village police car in the.
yeah.
in the township,
Sure.
Kind of know what's going on.
Let me ask this real quick while we're on the subject. When you respond in the village, do the police typically show up?
It depends on the call.
Okay.
Usually anything alcohol related, drug related, domestic violence related, assaults, traffic accidents, they're there.
Do you call them or does dispatch call them?
It's the person who called in, because I know they've called them to show up at Hope before, and sometimes they haven't even showed up. And then sometimes you wait a long time.
Yeah, sometimes we have to call, sometimes they get the call from 911.
Okay.
Can't you call
Okay.
on the marks?
We cannot. They're encrypted,
Oh.
but I was told that they do have the ability in their cruisers to listen to us because we're not encrypted. We can't hear them because they're encrypted.
I thought that was the whole point of marks, was so everybody could talk together.
Well, that's the fire department can talk together.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because yeah, you can talk to anybody.
And then there's usually
Fire department.
like if we had an incident where, we needed to communicate, we could go to a MAC channel, which again aren't encrypted, and then the PD can go to the MAC channel, we can go to the MAC channel, then we can communicate.
But if you were having troubles, they can hear you. You
Yes,
just
they
can't
can
hear
hear
anything
us.
they're saying. So
If
if
they're-
if you guys are talking back and forth like this, and there's a possibility they could hear it and then they could respond. I guess they wouldn't know where they'd have to check, but they would know something's up.
But for instance, on that non-responsive infant, they were there when you were there. You didn't call them. 911 called them.
Correct, we did
Okay.
not call them
Okay, interesting.
out there for that.
Okay.
Did 911 call them or,
For the one in the township,
yes, they would
they
have called
heard
the
the
sheriff.
call.
They
heard-
just went out there on their own.
Yes.
Yeah, they weren't called.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. This is what's happening.
Oh, the one
They're
in
just
the
going-
township, you were saying, not the one in the
Yes.
village.
Correct.
So that accident that was the same night, is that the one the police responded to in the township? That fatality?
No.
No, it's different.
Oh,
one.
no. That happened that night.
That happened. Yeah, there were 2 fatalities in our
Yes.
community in one night. That wasn't the one the police were on.
That
On
was
Burger.
in,
They did respond to that
that was not
initially.
in the township. That's city of Canton still, I believe, isn't it?
Yeah, that entire road is getting to that entire road is getting safe.
That's not,
There's a couple parcels there that are township, but the majority of it is all.
yeah, where
Yeah.
that was still Canton City.
Yeah, where Mitch lived was the
first
line,
line, yes.
and that can't beyond that. Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know who showed up on that one. I thought.
I mean, we
it was-
responded, we transported, but I don't know who
Yeah.
else was there. Yeah.
I don't know which police was.
I think they responded initially as well.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
And
Okay.
again, that was out of their jurisdiction.
Okay. Okay.
Calls, we have 37 calls since the last meeting, 16 ALS, 12 BLS, 7 fire. 2 mutual aid, 2 Camp Township, 1, 2 start, Sandy Creek Joint Fire District, then we have mutual aid, 1 from Camp Township and 1 from LFD.
Okay, good. Those numbers look good. Only 1, 2 fronts, 2 twos. Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, cemetery report.
Just taking a look. I don't think I have anything to report right at the moment. I talked to Jimmy Beck about the cemetery mowing. He should be already started that. He mowed this facility, but he's starting the mowing projects. He did mow around Sue Cose's structure over there. And then I asked him to kind of evaluate. He don't have to mow all the grass around the tracks, but there might be some maintenance, like touch up with a weed eater or something like that done. He's going to evaluate and get some pricing so we can present to Phil at Huntington Bank. That's going on, but he plans on getting all the cemeteries done prior to Mother's Day. And then he has them geared to do the week before Memorial Day, unless there's another time because it's been so wet. Once it dries out, it might grow more, but I know that Ryan and him and I have been talking about all that. Ryan looks like he got all the cemeteries cleaned up. Our dumpster was full a couple times over with all the leftovers that he cleaned up. So, but I don't have anything else. I know we're gonna have some open and closings. You might say, well, how do you know that? I just know we had some calls that are going to Maplewood Cemetery. So there's gonna be a couple coming up.
Perfect. Any other questions on cemetery? All right, let's move on to the road report.
Trustees, take a couple minutes and look over the road report. Have any questions?
Thank you for hauling the aggregate up to the school. They have it all spread in their shot put disc area. Thanks for doing that.
Do we need to, Brian, what do we need to do about the salt order? We're just good to order it now or
Do we have a price
a price?
for next year?
You know,
I just-
you don't get the price until after the bid goes out.
Okay.
We have to assume, Randy, like we do all the time, it's gonna be higher. How much higher, don't know.
As
But
far as getting our limit for what now, we're good to do that right now?
right now, I know I shared this with Randy or Rodney. And Rodney, just correct me if I'm wrong, we'll read off that sheet I gave you. As far as the season now, we bought 907.32 tons. We can order up to, at the price that we're locked into right now, we can order 292.68. And we can order that prior to August 31st. I know that'll be a conversation that you guys can have with Rodney, because you could buy, almost 300 tons to put up there. And then we need to come up with a number, like last season, we had 1,000 ton. You might want to say, let's only make it 800 ton. That's something that needs to discuss, because their deadline for the bids is April 17th, which.
All right, you have enough money to buy this other
Yes,
now?
yes.
All right, so what's
And that dollar amount, if we were to buy the exact tonnage, is 18,406.65.
466, say it again.
18,406.65.
All right.
I have a question on that first, though. And that is that taking us up to,
Plus
what?
10%.
Is it plus the 10% then?
It's actually 20%.
Or
20%.
Okay.
We had to buy up to 1,000. That takes us up to 1,200. And then Rodney, you can probably answer the trustees. What does that give you on inventory if we don't have to use any more roughly up there?
We're probably not going to use any more. After we get this, we'll have almost 600 ton in the building. We have 300 up there right now.
Trustee Puro moves to purchase up the 20% over at $18,406.65.
Trustee Varian, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
My recommendation is to go to 800 for next year, because if for some reason it was really mild, we can
Right,
only
sounds good.
we can go down by 10 or 20%.
You can go down that 20, but you can go up
Right,
22.
right. So you want a motion for that, or you want more discussion?
Yeah, you could do that, because I have to go online with Rodney, and then you go online and you actually put that price in there and that amount, and I shouldn't say price, that amount in there, because they want to be prior to April 17th, because they're gathering all that information from all the entities, and then that's what they go out and have it bid off of.
So we'd be starting with 14,000 ton, 800 and the 600 that we will have.
We will have 600.
And then we're gonna,
Then for
the
this
bid
will
would be
start
for
August 1st through August 1st of 27.
Yeah, for 800.
Right.
But up to 1,000.
No, well,
Yeah,
yeah.
we could buy up to
Well, it wouldn't be
1,000.
quite 1,000.
Well, it
It'd
won't
like
be
980 or
20%
something,
of
yeah.
800, yeah.
So
Or we could go under if it was really mild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what total did we use this year?
All the exact amount, I don't know
Just
the exact.
give me a
number.
rough idea.
Well, we
Well,
had,
we purchased 907 ton, and there's
Right.
300 left in this
Right.
season. But we had, I don't know.
We
what
had
we
leftover. We had
About
leftover.
150.
Yeah,
but-
that's the
we
thing.
didn't have as much left there. We had about 150, I think, when we started.
Right. It
Does
was
that
like-
count where we sold some to the village because they needed it?
Yeah,
No,
that was all.
No, that was in
That
a
was last
prior,
year.
That was
yeah, that
before
was a
that.
prior
Right,
season.
that was all.
So if we do this at 800 and 600, we're gonna have more than we did last year.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's good. I'm good with that. Plus, we can go 20% more.
Trustee Puro moves to set our number for the salt at 800 tons for 26 to 27.
Trustee Varian, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And you did the resolution for the, to make that purchase. the
Yeah, we did that
18,000. Yeah,
first.
Let me make sure I got my resolution numbers right.
So Ronnie, can we get a list of what the proposed chip and seal would be, what roads we're looking at?
Yeah.
Because there's a list where we usually do this
Right.
year. Can we get what is proposed for this year?
Mhm.
And if there was some we didn't pick up in the last 2 years that we should have, but we skipped?
I don't think we skipped anything in the last, because we're still up on the northern end.
Okay.
No, we should be.
We're
pretty-
still,
I thought we took one of them off, not this year, but last year. I
Last
don't
year
know.
you definitely did. This last, when I say last year, the year before, with 2024.
We did the micro sealing, we
Yeah.
took some off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
25, I think whatever we presented, it was all it was all stayed. We had the option to take some off, but I had the funds at that time.
We did.
So,
Yeah, we did them all. That was on the grid.
so we're all caught up to where,
We're all caught up to where,
okay. Can we, I would like to see that list sooner than later, not when you're asking us to approve. or
We
put
need
out
to
for
look
bid.
at that road down by you.
yes.
Which road?
Westfall.
Oh,
And I don't know. I tried to call. I tried 3 times, left messages with Art and he won't call me
Yeah.
back.
well, we've been watching it now. There's so many other trucks going across there. He's not.
Well, I mean, not on Westfall. I'm just talking for our chip and seal last year. I got some questions for him. Hopefully Brian will call me back, but I can't get a hold of him.
That company that was in
I've
Canton.
been trying to, no, Art,
Oh, Art.
I
from
talked
2020.
to Art one time in March, and he said he wasn't gonna even think about anything until April, but he would make time to come see us in April.
Well, I just had some questions on the chip and seal from last year and I can't,
Right.
he hasn't called me back, so maybe.
Well, I think
hopefully-
he was referencing that when he didn't want to talk about it till April, right?
I think that was for this year, wasn't it?
So that was about
That was about that.
parks and
Oh,
all those other roads over there that you wanted to talk about.
maybe he's got more.
That one
problems.
time I talked to you, I called Art right after we got done talking, and he called me back. I don't know, a couple days later, and he was on vacation doing something, and he said he wasn't even going to be at the office or whatever they call the office or doing any road work until April.
All right.
Did you drive all the roads that was done last year to see if all of them were doing it, or is it just, maybe it was certain loads of oil or something?
I mean, there's roads that aren't,
I've seen,
Showing
I've
some.
seen it everywhere.
right, there's spots. There's spots on all of those.
You gotta get out and walk on the roads, son. I mean, it's just, it's, I don't like the way the centers are cracking.
Yeah, we have a lot of crackage.
Okay.
You go on to, like, ones that were done 2 years ago, I don't see it, it's not as bad as what these are.
Right.
It's almost like there was something wrong with the binding, the oil.
Okay. That's why I wondered, because they do it by loads, if it was just one load, or was it all of their loads?
Right, well, that's what I don't know.
Because like our Uber thing, sometimes it gets a bad load, doesn't mean they're all of that.
Like, if you go down, one that's really visible is if you go down on Parks down in Paris Township, coming up north from 30, they put asphalt down for probably a half a mile. It's all down to that asphalt.
Right.
You can, I mean, I mean, it's not perfectly clean, but 95% of the material's
Oh, you
gone.
mean they chipped and sealed over top the asphalt?
Yeah, they floated the
Okay.
edges and stuff, but I mean, it didn't stick to it at all. It's gone.
Okay.
And that was early on in the winter. I mean, it should have made it through at least 1 year.
I would just say before we have him come, that all the roads he did for us, we need to go look at every one of them. So
I've
that
done
we,
them all.
yeah.
Just trustees, and I think I told Rodney this, that keep in mind, we have records in the office of every road that we've done in the past, and they don't really change the length too much. The width might fluctuate a few inches, 6 inches or something, but we can get a pretty close estimate prior to Art coming, if you want to have an idea. But I was just looking up the numbers. Once we pay we usually pay that out of what's called our 2141 fund. We have a final appropriation of $325,000 there, but we'll be paying the village their share of 60-some thousand out of that. So we'll be right in the ballpark around the same amount of money that we could do, whatever that mileage is. I know costs go up. We do have some extra funds in the gasoline tax and in the road bridge that we could make up, if we get a reasonable amount of roads, we wouldn't have to say, okay, take them all off or take these off. We could set a goal, see where the bids come in, and then make a decision. But I think we can do it. And I can help Rodney by giving those numbers, because we got good records on it. That,
All right.
if you don't want, not to have Art or someone come out and take a look at them, but it's just the idea that we can get a ballpark picture that you guys could at least prepare we could prepare a bid package, put it out there.
I think they're talking about the roads he did last year. They think they're falling apart.
Well, I understand that, but
Okay.
I know we were also talking about art coming
Yeah.
up, and I think
Right.
he sometimes looks at all that and helps, whether it was Stu in the past or Rodney now being, he's doing that to help with the sizing and measuring of roads. So they got an idea, but I got you a pretty good record to help.
Yeah.
Right.
The
And I
other
know the
thing-
dollar amount that we definitely have and what we'll have so that you can make the plans earlier and then
Yeah.
wait till June or July and do it, and then we're scrambling. I mean,
Right.
Yeah, I don't
we'll
wanna
do it
wait.
now.
The other thing is, did we get all of our micro sealing done, or is there anything that we did not do yet? Because we were only doing
We
pieces.
weren't doing any microsealing that I know of.
We've done micro sealing in the past.
Yeah, it
On all
was,
the allotments.
like
Did
2 or
we
3
do
years
them
ago.
all? That's my question. I don't know if we got to every allotment.
I thought they
they
might,
did, the last ones that were done was Sunlight, Goshen, and Valkyrie, Viking.
just till the next meeting, kind of look in and see if they're all done. See
Yeah,
if
you
there's
should
any-
have it in
see
the
if there-
records.
See if there's any that aren't done yet.
Oh,
That's all we want.
I
to know.
Yeah.
don't think there's any that have.
We shouldn't have to do, those should be new enough. We shouldn't, if they're all done, we shouldn't have to do anything with that.
No, but I
But make
didn't,
sure everything's done.
yeah, I wasn't sure that we did.
Right, I'm not 100% sure
No.
they're all done either. So for next meeting, kind of, or check into that.
And then I needed to get some, I need to get some 304 crushed concrete brought in for the ditching jobs that we have to do. Probably about 4 or 5 truckloads. And
About 125 tons, something like that.
I would say each truck holds about 8 to 10 ton. So
You're gonna haul it yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We just go
I
out
thought
to
you meant somebody.
the Petros and get it off them. It's either the Petros or Diana, we go get it from whoever's got it. We don't always have it, so.
So you want about
About
50 ton?
Yes, about 50 ton.
You good on that?
How much was it?
50
It's
It's around $20.
$20 a ton.
Okay, you're good.
You want it in tons or dollar amount?
Just go up to a certain dollar amount and then you do know the exact price a ton now, or is it?
Well, $1,200, okay?
Yeah,
All right, trustee Piro moves to buy 304 crushed concrete, not to exceed $1,200.
Okay. And then I have a US safety gear order.
Oh, yeah,
You want the vendor?
I'll second it.
You want the vendor, Brian?
yes.
Either,
It's either gonna be the Petros
either DePietros or Diane.
or Diana.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And then I have a safety gear order from US Safety Gear. It's $338.40. I got a quote from US Safety Gear over
330-40.
rain gear and stuff like that.
We have $1,000 that we get from a Tarman, a grant, and I suggested to Rodney to look and see what he needed on equipment. He suggested the rain safety gear. We got some, Larry in there and that. Some of those things are worn. I said, you should just at least get everybody fitted if you're out there working with stuff. So he went and got the quote for us.
Trustee Piro moves to buy safety gear from where? US Safety
US
Gear?
Safety Gear.
US Safety Gear not to exceed $350.
Trustee-
Go ahead.
Trustee Griffith seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
And that dollar amount was how much?
350.
I just want to make sure I heard it right.
So you do have up to 1,000. So think about like if you're needing any signs or anything like that, you have more money you can spend
Right.
there.
Yeah, we discussed that as far as
Okay.
signage for municipal signs, but I haven't got no quotes or anything with that yet. And as far as a part-time worker
For mowing?
for mowing and, we're short one part-time guy working here. I have talked to Mike. He called me back today. He wanted to discuss money.
Does that mean he wants to come back and work, or does he want to just discuss money?
He says if he gets more money, he'll consider coming
How, like part-time?
part-time.
Okay.
Just have Dr. Randy.
Yeah,
Talk to him.
Haven't talked to you?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll reach out to him.
Hiring a known commodity is a lot easier than hiring somebody new and training them. So,
Uh,
good, that's good news.
And that's all I got.
All right.
It was reasonable.
Thank you very much. I'll move on to zoning. Zoning Inspector Rocker.
Since the last meeting, had 3 permits issued, getting a lot of phone calls here with springtime coming up.
Mhm.
People wanting to build, and hopefully with springtime here, people cleaning up some lots more since they're
Hopefully.
outside now. On the nuisance side of things, I don't have a whole lot of change. I did send a letter to the one out 30 with all the cars and stuff.
The old Shaw lot.
I was gonna ask you that, yeah, it's
There's a
getting
lot- there's a
bad, no,
lot.
it's getting bad,
There's
they're bringing more and more.
There's a lot of vehicles in that lot. If you pay attention,
I
you're
bet
driving
there's
by.
200 of them.
They're-
If you look further back, the worse.
Well, they
And it goes
kind of,
behind the building
it
too.
was kind of the perimeter, but now they're filling that center up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be a junkyard here for
Mary,
you.
did we get that definition from the prosecutor then on the junkyard?
It's a certain square footage, and it includes like car parts,
Do-
anything
So-
like that.
Do we
Does
know
that-
where-
Wood,
Does that
scrap
qualify
material.
now as a junkyard? That's the question.
Oh, gosh.
That would, yeah.
Is,
And then I'm sorry, Ray, I had another resident call me to complain about a neighbor again, collecting stuff like that. And when said they're calling it a junkyard, and I said, we need the definition of what a junkyard is. So maybe next time, can you get us that so we can see, so we know what to tell people?
Mary, on the Route 31 we're talking about, do we know who owns it? Is it a local car lot that's using it as a storage space? Is that what it?
Possibly.
is there any possibility that we can get the property frozen to stop it from any more coming in for now? Because there's so many in there.
There's a lot in there.
That would probably take a order from the prosecutor's office or a court or something.
Is it business owned or privately owned?
Private, it's business zoned, it's private owned, but it was business in the past.
Yes,
So if we
right.
got stuck with that, that's gonna be bad.
Oh, there's,
That's what I mean. If
There's
they keep-
tonnage in there.
They keep filling it.
Even if it was deemed a junkyard, they're required, all these rules to have a junkyard. Like you have to have invisible fence or fencing that.
Would it
you know.
even be allowed in that zoning?
Not in that zoning, junkyard is an industrial, I believe.
yeah, they would.
Yeah, I'm not
They'd have to have a zoning change to make it a junkyard right there.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if it's one of these auto repair lots local that's using it as a storage facility for like parts, pieces, flips, things like that. I'm just wondering because nothing's happening there.
Yeah.
They're just
No.
bringing them in
They're
and
just
dropping them.
bringing-
Yeah.
I never see anybody there.
Nothing's happening in the building. It's just they're bringing them, but it's
Have we
it's
sent them a
full.
letter at all to that
Mhm.
address? No response.
That just went out last week
Okay.
after
so we're
hearing
waiting
back
on
from
it.
everything, gathering everything up.
Right.
So since there are a couple other parcels in the township that are complaining about the same, get us the definition of a junkyard, one that we're currently using.
12 on here.
The one on Mitty with all the junk cars, the front, right in front of the house is a little cleaner, but there ain't no change pretty much everywhere else.
No.
Did we get the health department in on that one because of the rodents?
I believe they were called.
Did the owner of Midday respond?
No, I have not heard anything.
But you felt like he did a few things at the front?
Just very small.
Minimal.
things.
Okay.
Not enough to say like there's a whole lot of progress.
That's another lot that's very dense. There's a lot of vehicles back there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The one on Dog Haven, it is cleaner. There is still that hot tub on the trailer, so I'm gonna reach out to them about that and see, because it appears to be broken from what I can see.
Yeah.
So, just a note, over on Sindel, we have a couple neighbors that have civil issues with each other, and the one believes one is running a business. Me and Trustee Farian went out there And from what we can tell, we don't really see any business use
No.
or signs or anything like that. So,
So we just need to play this song. People need to learn to get along.
I know.
mhm.
The guy was super nice, had a lot of knowledge for us. But he's got a beautiful garage and a nice hobby with his race car, but there's no, I mean, other than a Facebook Marketplace sale here and there, which we probably all do from time to time.
Yeah, that would be
It's not a business. It's a domestic dispute amongst the neighbors. They're fighting. They're calling the cops on each other. They're taking pictures of each other. Like it's only, and we said that to him. Like there's only so much we can do. If you hate your neighbor, you hate your neighbor.
Well, that's where if you don't like your neighbor, move somewhere else.
So the thing we're going to probably see from this resident is he's going to come to our BZA and ask for an ordinance for a taller fence than what our book shows. He wants to put a fence up because it's a shared driveway. So there's this driveway that goes back next to his house to a couple other properties. And so now the guy's beeping his horn when he goes past his house. And like there's
And
this.
the level of the driveway compared to the house is a little.
And this guy's got
different.
cameras everywhere and he sees the guy trying to look in his building and wiggle his door handle. And so he's like thinking about a fence. So it's completely domestic dispute, but we did our diligence.
And it's BZA to, if they would choose to allow that or not.
And that's why I said in a letter I wrote to him, we don't see any business operations, but if you want a fence, you gotta go to BZA if it's taller and all that stuff, so.
Yeah, it's also if it's obstructing the view of a vehicle right away.
Yeah. We talked about that. He can't run it out to the street. Yeah.
Yeah. I also had a complaint about Indian Run, not the house falling down, but next to it, where we've had problems before with campers in there and stuff like that. So the resident said that they are moving people into that garage now.
When you
No,
drive by at night,
Weathers, yeah.
the garage doors are cracked open and the lights are all on inside of it. And they've been working in it when I've driven past
Yeah.
pretty frequently.
Our team's been there before and picked somebody up from the garage.
Oh, from the garage?
Yeah.
So I guess that's one to send out to the health department. There's no way that there's restroom facilities in that garage. It's a cement block garage. See what they can do at the county level.
Okay.
And then see what they say after you see what they say, then we can send it on to the prosecutor.
Okay.
But I don't think people can, I don't think it's inhabitable. I don't know how you would even heat it unless they have fumed heaters in there, like propane torches, which I have no idea. But that was the complaint. They feel that.
I have noticed the lights are on whenever I
Late.
drive by.
These are just the calls I've been getting, so.
The other thing I have is I got a letter asking to join the commission from Christina Mick. She would like to become more involved in the community, and
Great.
that's who Donna often used.
She was
They don't come
recommended by
along very
another
often.
committee member. What was her name?
Christina Mick.
Okay.
Okay, and we have open seats there, correct?
Mhm.
Okay.
We need to make a motion to make that happen.
Did she give you something in writing?
She sent an email.
Okay, can we see what she said?
There you are.
Do you know where she lives? Because this doesn't even tell us if she lives in the township,
Yeah.
which she has to live in.
I know she lives in Township because I've talked to her before about something.
Okay. Well, I'll make a motion that we accept her pending verification that she is a township resident.
I'll second that. Zero.
All in favor?
Hi.
What?
Yeah.
I gave her phone number, but it didn't give an address.
Great. All right, cool. Let's double check and perfect.
Anything else, Mary?
I think that's all I have right now.
That seems like a lot. Question for you on one of the lot splits,
Mhm.
the one up on Westwall, Are they splitting it for housing or?
It's a split. The son is gonna build a house on it.
Okay. Very nice. Any other questions on zoning? All right, we're gonna move on to Old Township business. Update on Frio Oil and Gas.
Yeah, I don't believe Trustee Pure was here at the one that, you and, you, Trustee, Griffith and Varian approved me to take off with Aaron that 10 acres that's here, to quit fighting and trying to get any money out of that because it's gonna be a losing probably battle, or what, the cost of fighting and researching would outweigh the cost of benefits us. And then we also took off the three acres up at the fire station. But you did put the resolution in place to do the 1.169 acres, which is up at Indian Run Cemetery. And he gave me a document here that I signed. Just wanted to let you know, it's a, it looks like we
You
have
mean
to.
Wildwood Cemetery?
Yeah,
Oh, you said Indian Run.
what's that?
You said Indian Run.
Indian Run.
It's at Indian Run or
Well,
Wildwood?
no, it's Indian Run, Hill Church. It's the
Oh.
old Indian Run Cemetery.
Okay,
It's on that one. It's up by the,
Yeah.
if you look at that track, there's the Dobranskis,
yeah.
Hill Church. It's on Hill Church. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that, but I call it the Indian Run Cemetery, but it's Hill Church. But it is Indian Run Cemetery
Yeah.
on how we
Yes.
endorse it. But what it is that if you read that over, I sent that to him. He did confirm that Frio is going to take that. There's a 30-day waiting period. If no one responds, then Frio is going to honor that, and that $4,091, they're going to honor that to pay the township for
Okay.
that. Okay.
And that's back royalties, correct?
Yeah.
All right, thank
Yeah.
you. Do
Just
we need to
let-
motion that or no?
No, you
All right.
already did the motion for me to do it. It's just a matter of now we have to wait that 30 days.
Yep.
Okay. I just wanted to update you on that.
Okay, update on the Sucos Park. We've been chasing this sign around, and the sign graphic the committee approved was sent to the graphic company, and the resolution was not good enough. It came back a blurry blob. So they told us we had to get it refined. So I sent it back to Ben and said, hey, go back and see if we can get this done in a greater graphic image resolution that they needed.
Okay.
And didn't have it. So yesterday I reached out to him again. Hey, I need this image. And so today he sent it. And so it got sent back to the graphic art company
Okay.
today. And so what I told Andy Parker was that just tell them if it's not good enough to fix it, and we'll just have to absorb the cost. Just try to match it as close as they can match it.
Okay.
Because I'm not a graphic artist.
No, let's just get it done.
Yeah, just get it done because we have to finish the sign because we're getting close to the deadline.
And as far as signage in the park goes, Brian and I are going to meet. We were going to do it today, and I had something come up, but I've got a list of what type of signs and where I think we should put them, and I'll type all these notes up and I'll send them out to everybody. The main sign, kind of closest to the building, kind of the edge of the playground, is the one that's going to say "Welcome to Sucos Park" and "Dawn to Dusk" and no drones and motorized vehicles and smoking and loitering and fires and excessive loud noise and music and overnight parking and fireworks. But that's the only big sign which we probably need to talk about. The other signs are private property, enter on the building. Other ones are trespassing signs, dawn to dusk. The other ones are pretty simple.
So is that sign, because like the one that we're having the graphics done on is like this, is that one going to go on the back of it then?
I'd like to put it up like by the building when people park and enter into the park is my
Okay.
thought. Because I'm afraid if it's on the backside, people won't read it. So, but yeah, I've got some ideas, but I'll type it up. We don't need to talk about it tonight, but
Yeah.
I'll type it up and then we can get
Okay.
some signs ordered because the weather breaks, people will be out there on it.
I
maybe
think
already.
they're already there
Yep.
now, so.
All right.
Okay,
And
perfect.
trustees, I did get some pricing for the porta-johns, if you wanted to put some temporarily over there for this, through the season or the year. And I'm gonna use that outfit when I ran it by Phil, actually today, him and I got to talk. Want to run that by him again, because I was debating whether we should have two or one, maybe in the summer, just one porta-john over there. Man, that's fine. But handicap accessible or
Yeah, I
something
think you
like
put it
that.
behind the building so you can't see it from the road, so it
Yeah.
doesn't look ugly. And the other question I have, and this is something we can all try to brainstorm, are we gonna try to put trash cans out on that park, or is that gonna be something we don't wanna manage? Because we put trash cans out, we gotta clean it, we gotta empty them. So I would
I don't think we should. put them
stew
out.
on that. All right, fine with me. That's one of those things we gotta mess
Let's
with.
just see what happens.
All
And maybe on your sign, you say, please remove your trash.
Yep, I have,
But Please don't littering.
no lettering. Leave it better than you found it.
If you
Yeah.
put, if you put cans, they'll be empty in their car. I mean, if we
Yeah,
had, if we had,
no,
you're right.
if we had a crew that was doing it.
You're right.
And the
We're not
other
out there
thing-
enough yet.
With the porta-john, which, especially if we put it around side the house, they were having problems with homeless people going in there and staying in them. So I think we want to make sure it's not,
Okay.
that it's
Yep.
not out for road people to see.
Yep.
Okay, new business. Silco Fire Security approval.
Yeah, trustees, I was here one day when Rodney and the fire security guy was doing their yearly maintenance check. That number, I apologize, Mary, I didn't prove that. It's $1,077.94.
077.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what that was, that's usually around $700-800 a year for, I saw one year it was 500 and some. What it is that the fire extinguisher out there by the gas tanks where Rodney and the road trucks fill up.
Yeah.
It was one of the, what's the difference? It was the it needed to be the high flow extinguisher.
So they changed it out?
Well, he asked me first, and I had that quote prepared. I know he did it, but I know that it's still, it still should go in front of the board that was a lot more than normal, because the normal maintenance is always pretty simple. But
So do you need a motion for that?
Yes, I'd like to move.
Our trustee Varian moves to pay Silco Fire Security $1,077.94 for the general maintenance agreement and the replacing of the fire extinguisher at the fuel pump tanks.
Trustee Pierce, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And then I had one thing that I know I wanted to just get in there. I remembered that when I was up eating breakfast Saturday, this is the time of the year we trustees approve the Lowell Overley Post 667 donation that they get us flags and things for the fire station, this location, and Mapleton Cemetery. And in the past, we upped that to $300 last year. So when I did the appropriation, I did that again at $300.
I noticed coming in, our flag's kind of tattered. We need to get
It
it
looks like it's
changed.
been through the Civil War.
It does.
It's original flag.
Do we know that's going to cover the cost for those two?
Well, it usually was, we tried to be higher, but I know that the flag cost is only around $38 or $39. So depending on what they do at the fire station, I know that one fella does some things up there. I mean, I see Tom, I don't know if you guys do anything.
We just replaced the rope and had one of our members donate a flag for that flag.
Okay.
So
He
we're-
may be coming up there, it's Lonnie and those guys that come out, because Jack Spencer did a lot of that, but he's not in good health right now. But that's why I had a conversation with him about who's doing that now. And Paul Tolson, all the different guys that are on that. That's why I got kind of an idea that's why we raised it. We used to only do $200 years ago, and then we went to $250, and then we're at $300. So it was part of that. I mean, I appropriated $300, but
Yeah, and I would say go ahead and get the two flags, because like this one could have been replaced a long time ago. And just shelve the extra flag if you just got one, and if we run into where one gets torn up, we'll have it then.
I know they come up and just kind of visibly look at them, but I had told them ours looks pretty ratty here. They do one for the historic society out in front of the cemetery at Mapleton, but then the one in the back is the one we usually cover that one. There's two over there actually.
I'll make a motion that we do 300 to the low overlay for flags.
Trustee Varian second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay, you have on here Northeast Ohio 4-County Regional Planning Meeting.
That's Rodney. That's for salt, right?
No, that's not the salt. We don't have this in our annual assignment. But I do know someone's supposed to attend. Brian, what do you know about it?
I just know that somebody will go to it, not all the time, but somebody went to it. And I don't know, I just, when I got that email, I thought maybe it's something we should be involved with.
When you say 4 counties, like Stark Summit, like is it that type of 4 county? What's the organization?
NAFCO. I never know.
It's got to be Stark, Portage, Summit,
It doesn't say.
because it's got Akron in there.
Yeah.
And Portage sits between here and there. And then I don't know who the other one would be.
Carol.
City of Green.
Oh, there it is. Stark, Summit, Wayne, Portage.
There you go.
It's on the bottom of the first page.
There it is.
So Wayne County is the 4th. And at the end, I think it said when their meeting was. It's May 20th. Wednesday, May 20th. Is there a time on this? 8:30 a.m.
This says April 15th
Yeah,
at the
that's what
top.
mine has. Regular meeting.
That was the,
That's 2 days.
That's
that
just
was,
Wednesday.
oh,
Yeah, the April 15th one's coming up. That's there, and then the next one.
oh,
is
the
May
next one's
20th.
May 20th. They
Yeah.
must do quarterly. April, May, that's monthly.
That's what I was reading. I didn't know if you all were getting that. It only came to the
Mm.
office one, and that's why I wanted to make sure you at least had a chance to look at it, so.
We must be a member since they're sending us the agenda. So I guess I'm just gonna ask, does anyone want to go to this?
I don't, everything I see on here, I don't see where. I don't see anything that in Stark County that
And
they're
if it's-
talking about.
If it's a regional planning meeting, I'd be interested to talk to Stark Regional Planning and see who attends.
I can ask about that.
Ooh, that's a
No.
good question.
I mean, they may say you don't attend this. We send a representation.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I don't know.
Yeah, check with them, and then if we
Yeah.
have to go, we'll, the May meeting, we'll hit the May meeting then.
I wonder if the executive board at the Stark Regional Planning
That's
attends
right.
this.
That's what I would, it could be at 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
That'd be
Yeah.
pretty hard to do.
I mean, it's
A lot of people to get to.
right. It doesn't seem like it's a big quorum of people at 8:30 on a Wednesday. All right,
Okay, let's move down to Stark County Mental Health Newsletter. That was in there, and I know they had sent us a thing asking us if we were interested in getting some mental health grant opportunities for our community. But I don't know that we see that.
Substance abuse?
Yeah, I mean, now maybe the fire department might see that.
See,
You see a need for something for mental health with substance abuse? I don't know what,
Stark County Board of Mental Health.
We can provide him this letter. But you probably, don't you have connections for that already? Substance abuse and mental health?
yes,
well, I would think the only thing that we could do is post a hotline or something.
This is Stark County Mental Health and Addiction Recovery. Do you work with that organization?
not a whole lot. I mean, we know they exist.
Okay. I'm going to give you my letter. It just says if you need help or more assistance, there's a contact information there. So if you see a need,
Okay.
I think our school does a great job at the school level on substance abuse and mental health. Okay. Any other questions, comments before we go to executive session?
I had one, trustees, I wanted to update you. I was able to scroll through and trustee Piro and Rodney, the last time you did micro sealing was Strasser, unless there's someone else. I don't think it was always
There's
Strasser.
Strasser, yeah.
It was in 2022, we paid $163,256. We took 75,000 out of that fund we used for chip and seal. The other 88,256 came out of the, we had some extra surplus there in the 2020, 2231. That's when we did it. Now, I don't have the list on here, but I can look that, we can pull that, and I can tell you which ones we did in 22, just to give you something to go.
Because I thought we did it twice.
Yeah, we did two different.
Yeah,
different times.
you did it 2 different times, but I went back each year, 25, 24.
I think we covered everything on that
Yeah.
second one.
Yeah.
That was supposed to get us all covered.
Yeah.
I thought we didn't do one of the allotments, but we just want to see if we did
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. Didn't go back further, but that's the last time we did it. But I remember, I'm not gonna say the sales pitch, but it was recommended that they would last longer than 5 years.
Yeah, I
The
thought it was like
Microsoft,
12.
well, that's what I say. I wasn't
It's
sure
at
what
least
that
10
was.
to 12 is
Yeah,
what the
yeah.
recommendation.
Because
was.
they last longer, and then you could chip and seal halfway through if you wanted to beef them up before you did a micro seal on them again. The whole idea was that you didn't have to be in there every year
Right.
doing it.
Well, that's the point. I want to see the list, because if there's any of those roads on that list, we may not need to do them. So we'll just
Those
see.
roads are on that list.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, can I have a motion to pay bills?
Trustee Greville's pay bills.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye,
And we're ready to go to executive session?
we are.
Okay. Give me 1 second here. I want to make sure the form that I have is the newest one. We're not. Trustee Barry moves to go into executive session at 8:51 for number 5, matters that were required to be kept confidential. This pertains to matters that are required to be kept confidential by federal law or rules or state statutes.
Trustee Piro seconds.
Roll call?
Piro,
Yes.
Griffith,
Yes.
Barron.
Yes.
And just a note that we will not be taking any action when we come out of executive session.
So y'all can go home.
So you're dismissed.
Thanks, guys.
Is this what it's about?
Partially. Hey, Chief, will you put on the calendar Okay, we're gonna call the meeting back to order at 9:43. Is that correct?
Holy smoke. Nice.
Second.
Second.
Roll call.
Hey, who did the first?
Brenda.
Randy did second.
All right, roll call. Piro.
Yes.
Darren.
Yes.
And Griffith.
Yes. And with that, I will take a motion to adjourn and go home.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. All right.